Hello everyone, welcome back to Tina Teach Python projects. Now that we're done with figuring out how to code a test using Python, our next step is going to be a little game. Okay, we're going to have a bit of fun. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a Python program that can play rock, paper, scissors with us. In a way, there's a lot of similarity between our previous projects, the test, and this new project that we're going to do in a bit, mainly with the if and else condition, right? So let's say if I go with scissors and the computer go with rock, naturally I'm going to lose, right? So else I'm going to lose. If I go with paper and the computer goes with rock, naturally I'm going to win, right? So it's like a if and else. That's the simple logic that you need to keep in mind because it's endlessly useful. So enough with the introduction. I'm just going to go straight ahead and start with our program. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a Python library named random. It's exactly what it sounds like. It generates random data for you, so you don't need to bother with, manually creating it. This is a library where you just say, oh, just give me a random number. It's going to give you a random number, and obviously each new number is not going to be the same as the previously generated number, okay? Import random, and then we're going to define two variables, because this is a game, right? And in a game, just like in a test, you need to keep track of who's winning, who's losing. User score, the beginning score is 0, computer score, same too, with 0. Another way that you can do this is you can go like this. Okay, that's a better way of writing it, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm just going to go with the classic syntax. And after we've defined the scores, we're going to create an array that details the possible inputs that you could have. Okay, so in a rock, paper, scissors game, what are the possible inputs that you could have? Well, rock, paper, and scissors, right? I'm going to go with answers. Okay? Rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. While true. User input equals to input. Please choose rock, paper, or scissors. Type no to quit. And lower, so it's going to be lowercase. If I'm just going to go through this whole block of code, and then I'm going to explain it to you, okay? Because it's kind of annoying if I just type one line, explain, they all tied in together. If user input equals to no, forgot this little guy right here, break. Okay, let's break this down. We have a variable named user input, and it's going to store, as the name suggested, user input. And we call upon the input method to type out the following prompt. Please choose rock, paper, or scissors. Type no to quit, and make it lowercase. Make what lowercase? The user input, make it lowercase. If user input equals to no, so if we type no, break. Break meaning just stop everything. Okay, just don't even work through the following block of code. Just break, absolutely stop. So that's what break means. And number equals to random. We're actually going to use the library in this one. Random integer from 0 to 2. Now, why 0 to 2? If we go back to the answers array over here, 0, 1, 2. Therefore, we have 0 to 2 for the random integer generator. Computer choose equals to answers number. Now we're linking, the random integer index 0, 1, 2 to the rock, paper, and scissor array over here. Print Python has chosen computer choose plus, I'm gonna add a smiley face. If the user disagrees, then stop the program, but we haven't typed in any code for when the user does agree to play the game, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. If user input not in answers, so if user input is not rock, paper, scissors, or no, we're going to continue. We're going to continue playing the game. If user input equals to rock and computer choose scissor, print user score increment by 1. Elif user input equals to paper and computer choose paper, print it is a tie. No one gets any point. Elif user input equals to scissor and computer choose rock, print U1. Oops, I forgot the double quotes there. U1 user score increment by 1. And then let's try elif user input equals to paper. Let's add some spacing here. And computer choose rock, print another when user score increment by 1. It's like a loop, on and on. Now onto the last part, else. Print sorry you lost, please try again. Now I'm gonna add some spacing to these. It's just personal preference. And since we lost, right, we have to add a score to Python. Computer score increment by 1. So every time we lose, Python would gain a point instead of us. Print you got, let's see, we got, right, user score points. Make sure to have the spacing here, otherwise everything's going to clump up together. Print Python got computer score points. Alright, let's review our code before we run it. Okay, we import random. It's a Python library that generates random data for us. We have user score and computer score because in a game we have to keep track of scores, and the starting score is 0. And next to the score we have a list of possible answers in the form of arrays: rock, paper, scissor, while true, while the game is ongoing. Whatever the user input, okay, if they say no, completely stop everything, do not execute the following. But if they answer anything that is not no, that is also not rock, paper, or scissor, then just continue with the game. The following code will run. And as for this, we're assigning random integers to the answers array. And we've assigned, a range from 0 to 2, 0, 1, 2 for the 3 values that we have here. So 0 would be rock, 1 would be paper, and then 2 would be scissor. All right? Now onto the core logic of the game. If user input equals to rock and computer or Python offers scissor, we get a point. If user input, or if we typed out paper and Python choose paper, then it is a tie and no one gets any points. In the case of scissor and rock, we get another point, okay? Paper to rock, we also get another point. However, outside of all of these possible if conditions, we lost, and Python would get a score instead of us. And after this, we just simply print the total scores that we got as well as Python's total score. Okay? So first off, let's try typing no. So obviously we don't have any points and it stops immediately. As you can see, the break syntax, the break statement, just completely skipped all of these that we've written. It's jumped straight into the user score and computer score. Now let's try this again, right? Please choose rock, paper, or scissors. Type no to quit. And I'm gonna say, let's try saying yes. Python has chosen rock. If I continue to type in, let's say banana, right? Python has chosen paper. Please choose rock, paper, or scissors. As you can see, this line right here is randomized. By using the random library, we've basically just assigned 0, 1, 2 to rock, paper, scissors. And since it's randomly generated, Python may choose 1, which corresponds to paper, and then paper gets printed, or it choose 2, which corresponds to scissors, and scissors get printed, and it's just random generation of 0, 1 to 2, okay? And as long as our answer is not no, rock, paper, or scissor, the continue Python will just continue to loop back and forth. Continue to loop back and forth until we give the input that it needs to go ahead with this block of code. Okay, so let's try strawberry, right? Once again, it's just loop back and forth. Now let's actually be serious and try to play the game. I think I'm gonna go with rock. So Python has chosen scissor. 1 point for you. I got 1 point, and I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna go with paper. Let's try paper. Python has chosen paper as the tie. Let's choose rock again. Python's chosen scissor. 1 point for you. Let's see. Let's try scissor. We haven't tried that. Python has chosen paper. Sorry, you lost. Please try again. And since we already have scissor, let's try scissor again. Python has chosen rock. I won. So I actually get to win this time. Paper. Python chosen rock. Another win. I could do this all day. Right? You can simply just spam this over and over again. It is only until you type no that you get to see the total score of you and of Python. One more time. Let's see if I can actually get a score higher than Python. Rock. Immediately I lost. Okay. Paper. Paper. Scissor. It's not looking very good for me. Rock. Rock, paper, scissor. What's my score? I got 2 points, Python got 5 points. I don't know how, but second try I got worse. Let's try it one more time and see if I can get a higher score. Alright. Let's go with paper, scissor, scissor, rock, scissor, paper, rock, paper, rock, rock. Okay, so you can see, with Python, it's not just all boring stuff. We can actually do something genuinely fun, and we can mess around, and we can do all crazy stuff. Just from a few simple commands, few simple syntax, we've got a fun game that we can pass the time with. So that's it for today's lesson. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay tuned for my next lesson. I hope you learned something new and something valuable today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Learn today, better tomorrow, and see you next time.